Hello everyone, my name is Veer Kumar Patil and welcome to another video in Podman series. So in this video, I'll walk you through the key commands that help me to get comfortable with the Podman. So we'll see some of the commands in this particular video. First and foremost, right? So whenever I installed Podman, I wanted to find out whether uh, I had installed a correct version or not. So for that, the command that you can utilize is podman version that will give you the information about its client, its server, its API version, its programming language version, its git commit, SHA, its OS architecture, and when the build was done. So all this information can be easily checked with podman version. The next thing that I tried out is podman images. So I wanted to make sure that whenever a podman is installed, whether by default it ships with or comes with some images or not. So for that, what I did is the command like podman images, which lists down all the images that are on your system. Okay, so if you could see output of this command, so when I executed this particular command, I don't have any image listed over here. uh, so basically whenever you execute this command, it gives information about repository, tag, image ID created, and size. Okay, so for individual image, these details will be shared. So once I done with this basic command, I thought of searching for a right image. Okay, so as a curious person, I tried to find out the image using the command podman search. Okay, so podman search, and whatever you wanted to search, it will give you the results. Okay, just an example, as an curious person, I tried to do hello world. Like, so whenever we start with something, right, uh, in whether it's a learning new programming language, the first program we try to write is about hello world. So I try to do same thing, like finding out a hello world image for a podman, or I would say docker image basically. Okay, so if you could see the command, like I had given the command podman search, the image name, and I have asked the podman to return only three results. So with this particular command, it has returned me only three results. So once I have identified the the basic commands, I tried to pull that particular uh, image using the command podman pull, and in whatever the image name that I wanted to do. For example, again, podman pull hello world. Okay, because I just wanted to get the image downloaded on my machine. Okay, and if you could see, it has pulled that particular image. Okay, so once I have gone through these basic commands, I thought of is there a way to log in into the systems where the images are publicly not available. For example, there might be a use case where you have stored your images in your private repository, and you are not uh, anybody else is not able to access those. So for that, a podman provides two commands, uh, you know like the podman login, which will help you to log into the repository. We'll see this in action also. The other is podman logout, which will logs out from your remote repository. So just to give an example, if you could see this particular screenshot, you know I am trying to log into docker.io using the command podman login docker.io. Then it will prompt you for entering your username and credential. Once the details are entered, it will say that you have been successfully logged in, and whenever you do podman logout, then again the same thing, it will log out docker.io, it will log out from the remote repository. Cool. So we'll try to see these commands in action before I move to the next slide. Okay. So let me just quickly go to the terminal, and as promised, let's try to you know go for the first command, that is podman. version. Okay, so Podman version, like as shown in the image, it gives you the information about client version, API version, Go version, Git commit, built OS architecture, and same is for the server as well. If you wanted to have the only the version information, you can do the command podman hyphen hyphen version, which will list down only the version information. Let me clear out the screen and go back to the second command that we tried, that is nothing but podman images. So if you could see, it doesn't have any images, so it has listed down only the titles for the image that it returns, like repository tag, image id created, and size. Now let me try to search for an image. Let's for do like search quay.io slash hello dash world. So I'm telling to find out a hello world image. So if you could see, it has returned lots of images because I haven't added a limit over here. So if you could see, there are lots of images with for hello world. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll try to execute the same command again, but this time what I'll do, I'll just add the limit flag as well. Okay, so it will, so if you could see, it has returned me only three images. Okay, let me just clear the screen again and let's try to pull one of the image. So I can, what I can do is podman pull. This time what I'll do, I'll say I want a image from docker hub, not from the qa.io. Okay, hello world, and let's try to search. So if you could see, it is trying to pull docker.io and hello world latest image. So if you could see, it has completed the execution. Now let's try to execute the podman images again and see. So if you could see, now we have one image on your local machine, uh, whose, if you could see, the information is it's pulled from docker.io, it is tag is latest, its image id is and ends with a, created 16 months ago, and size of the image is 24.4 kb. Now let's try to, if you wanted to have the help of any of the uh, command, right? So what you can do is you can just use the command podman images dash dash help. So okay, so it will give you information about it. So basically it will give you like list images previously pulled to the systems or created on the system, like even you can see different examples and different options that can be provided to an image. Let's try out one of the option, like podman images dash dash format json. Okay, let's try to do that. Okay, I'll just clear this. Podman images dash dash format json. I made a spelling mistake over here. Let me just try to correct it and hit the enter. So if you could see, it has listed down in JSON format as well. Pretty nice, right? It has given you lots of information. So we had covered few of the basic commands. Let's try to go for the login and logout stuff. Okay. So for that, I will first clear out the screen and I'll do podman login. Okay. And I wanted to log into docker.io. So the command is podman login docker.io. So what it will ask you for a username. Okay. And once you hit enter, it will ask for a password. I entered the password. If it is valid, it will say the login is successful. Let's try to log out from the docker.io and then see what it gives. So if you could see, removed credential for docker.io. Similarly, if you log in with you know invalid credential, docker.io, let's say there is another variation of this, is like dash u, and then you can specify the username and dash p, and let's say I'm just giving an example for you and hit enter. If it is successful, it will logs in, otherwise it will not. So the another variation of this particular command is podman login, the remote repository where you wanted to log in, dash u, then specify the username, dash p, then specify the password and hit enter. So if it is valid, it will log into the application. uh, Basically docker registry that is remotely hosted. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me just quickly see what I have on the presentation. Yes, thank you. So this is what I wanted to cover in this particular video. We'll see few more commands in the coming videos as well. Thank you. Thanks for watching.